Test, test, test. Test. Can you hear us on here? Should be able to because I just talked. Yep. Baseball is finally back here in Normal, Illinois as we welcome you in for some KCL action between the Bobcats and the Blue Caps. Alongside Leo Romano, I'm Oliver Arora. Thank you for joining us here today. Excited to be back, Leo.
Super excited. We haven't been here since Tuesday with the Corn Belters after a nice win, 8-run win over the Horseshoes. And now the KCL baseball is back for the first time since Sunday.
That it is, and it'll start with the Bobcats 3-0, taking on the Blue Caps 1-2. Blue Caps taking the field right now. We'll start with this Bobcats lineup, Leo. Braden Main leads off in right field, followed by Drew Stevens at third base. The three-hitter is the designated hitter, Sam Mitri. In the four-hole, Lawson Schickel. He'll play at shortstop. Fifth hitter is Will Vogel catching. And then in the sixth spot, it's Deegan Isles in center. Left fielder is Max Willie. He'll hit seventh. The eighth hitter is Wyatt Roof playing first base. And to round it out, it'll be Brady Hart at second base. Starting pitcher for the Bobcats today is Braden Deverman.
And on the flip side for the Blue Caps, Carter Lang is leading things off playing center field. It'll be Luke Martin, the shortstop, batting second. Michael Lucas is playing in the infield as well. He'll clean up things up the middle at second base. Glenn, the left fielder, will be in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth, Carson Butler, his utility guy, but today the DH. Montgomery will be over at third. He's batting sixth. In the 7-hole, it's Drew Ward, who's playing in right field. In the 8-hole and playing first base is Max Screamy, and behind the plate catching is Tice Beckman, and your pitcher is Kellen Hirschberger. Now time for the national anthem.
We'll step aside for the national anthem. Blue Caps taking the field here as we get set for the top of the first. Kellen Hirschberger on the bump for the Blue Caps. Appeared in 2 games already in this young season. 2 innings pitched, faced 8 batters. No hits conceded, but 2 hit by pitches from the area of Bloomington Normal. And plays his baseball at Spoon River College.
Yeah, and he'll have to face Braden Main of this Bobcats lineup that looks a little bit different tonight. No Addison Worthman in the lineup. He's currently on the road trip with the Normal Corn Belters. He's batting 7th, playing in left. And it's a pretty cool story because it really captures what this Colonel's Collegiate League is all about, Oliver. It's about being a minor league, in a sense, for the Prospect League. And Worthman is one of those few names that's up there. Hackman also out of the lineup tonight. He was another guy who produced for this Bobcats team with 3 hits over the last 2 KCL games. Lapp isn't in the lineup tonight either. So a lot of names out of this lineup for the Bobcats.
Worthman went 4 for 5 in his 10 plate appearances in his 3 starts with the Bobcats. Scored 8 runs, drove in 4, and 4 walks. All right, Braden Main digs into the box here as we get things going. Hirschberger set from the belt. And here's the first pitch. Fastball that misses upstairs, and we are underway. First pitch in normal, 5 o'clock, 79 degrees temperatures. Cloudy day here in Bloomington. Haven't gotten much baseball as of recent, have we, Leo?
No, we most certainly have not. Haven't played KCL baseball since Sunday, as we said at the top. Even then, a lot of rain delays last weekend. And we'll get you caught up on what's been going on at the Corn Crib.
1-0 is swung on and missed by Maine as Hirschberger gets back into the count 1-1.
Yeah, with that being said, not too much to really update you with. We did have a super sectional here at the Corn Crib between Minooka and Naperville Central. Naperville Central took that 4-2. That was on Monday.
1-1 pitch misses away again. It's 2-1. Maine 2 games played for the Bobcats. 3 for 4, hitting .750 on this young season. He's ready. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and popped up into foul territory. Camping under is Montgomery over the third base side. Having some trouble, and he can't seem to find it. Gets away from Montgomery down there in foul territory, and so Braden Main gets another lifeline. It's 2-2.
You can see, looking out at center, the American flag is moving around pretty violently, and that wind proving to be an issue early on.
Main digs back in, 2-2 the count. Hirschberger set once more. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch upstairs, and so it's a full count now.
For Hirschberger and this Blue Caps team, they have to find a way to get off of the field. It's been a struggle all season long, especially against the Bobcats, who they have surrendered 9 runs to in an inning twice.
3-2. Swung on and flied into center field. Going back on it is Lang, and he keeps running at it, and he can't get there. Digging to second is Maine. He's not stopping, going for 3, and he'll be in sliding. It's a leadoff triple for Braden Main, and the Bobcats are in business early on.
Nice piece of hitting there from Maine, the right fielder. Lang had a long run at it, could have made the play, bounces off his glove, hits the wall, and then overthrows Martin at the shortstop position. And missing his cutoff allows Maine to dig for third.
87 miles an hour off the bat, so now Drew Stevens gets the opportunity to dig in and drive in that runner, and first pitch to him will miss away. Already early on, but infield playing relatively in for the Blue Caps after the leadoff triple by Braden Main. Hirschberger set again. Here's the 1-0. Called strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1.
Going back to the hit, I mean, it was hit pretty solidly. Obviously, you said it, 87 miles an hour off the bat. But again, that wind played a huge factor in just continuing to drift the ball over.
1-1 is check swing by Stevens, and he'll go around. It's a 1-2 count now. Playing his first game for the Bobcats, Stevens just checked in earlier today. First offering for the Bobcats. Here's the 1-2 to him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hirschberger gets the first out of the inning, and Maine will have to wait over at third base just a bit longer.
Pretty breaking ball right there for strike 3. Really tripped up Drew Stevens, and now Sam Mitri digs into the box.
1 out in the top of the first, and Sam Mitri, the 3-hitters, due up next, and the first offering to Mitri misses away. It's 1 out. 78 miles an hour, the fastball to Mitri.
Hirschberger doesn't have the fastest stuff, but he's effective.
Hirschberger set once more. Here's the 1-0. Fastball this time on the outer half, a called strike. It's a 1-1 count. Mitri, 3 RBIs on the season, 4 runs, but only 1 hit in his 7 at-bats. Big right-hander. Righty-on-righty matchup. 1-1. Swung on and flied into shallow foul territory over at first base. Roof camps under at the first baseman for out number 2.
There you go. 2 away now after the leadoff triple by Maine. An opportunity now for Hirschberger with Schickel stepping into the box to get out of this.
So after back-to-back outs, 2 down in the top of the first, runner on third, and it's Lawson Schickel, the shortstop, who digs in next. First offering. Fastball away. Schickel starting at shortstop today, bats from the left side. Also has 3 RBIs in the season for the Bobcats. Big blue bat for Schickel. Here's the 1-0. He'll slice one foul down the left field line. 1-1 now.
That's a pretty blue bat. What color would you have your bat?
I feel like that'd be pretty simple. I like a brown bat. Light tan brown. 1-1. Pitch misses high. It's a 2-1 count now.
I'd have to go blue and gold.
Yeah? Interesting. Blue and gold. Why blue and gold?
For Notre Dame. I attend there. I'll be a senior. Looking forward to the football season.
2-1. Pitch misses away again, and so a hitter-friendly account awaits Schickel. It's 3-1. Blue Caps defense returns back to its original alignment with 2 down in the top of the first. Leadoff triple from Braden Maine, still stranded at third base. Schickel trying to drive in the game's opening run.
Huge opportunity here for Hirschberger.
He's ready for the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And so the count is now full. Three, two outs. Schickel digs back into the box. Hirschberger waits the sign, finally gets it. And so now here is the payoff pitch. Cold strike 3. Fastball at 80 miles an hour. And so after a leadoff triple, Kellen Hirschberger works out of a jam. 3 straight outs, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0. Blue Caps and Kellen Hirschberger worked themselves out of a jam in the top of the first. They now hit in the bottom of the first. 0-0 contest. And the first man to face Braden Deverman on the bump is Carter Lang, starting in center and batting from the right side today for the Blue Caps. Had an opportunity to make a play early in this game, Leo, but couldn't track down a deep fly ball, forcing the leadoff triple.
That's right. Felt like he could have gotten there, but didn't end up making the play.
He's set. Here's 0-0. Swung on and chopped over to the hole down the left side. Schickel can't make the play, and he'll have to eat it. It's an infield single to start the contest for Carter Lang. There's 1 man aboard early on.
Schickel goes with the backhand there, and a ball in between that 5-6 gap. Just can't seem to make the play, and his sunglasses fall off in the process.
Leadoff single for Carter Lang, and so the infield will shift in for the double play, and Luke Martin's the next man up for the Blue Caps. Deverman takes a look over at first for Lang, but he'll deliver. Here's 0-0. Off-speed pitch misses away. It's 1-0.
Braden Deverman, he's a local kid, but he plays his college ball down in St. Leo, Florida.
Here's the 1-0. That one gets away from Vogley behind the dish, and so Lang will move 90 feet on the pass ball, and there's a runner in scoring position now for the Blue Caps.
Another big mistake from this Bobcats defense is Vogel can't stop the low fastball there from Deverman.
So Lang now in scoring position. Luke Martin with the task to drive him in 0 for 4. Still looking for his first hit of the young campaign. Deverman takes a while to get his sign, and he'll step off. Steps back onto the mound now. And Luke Martin resets in the box. Bad rest on his shoulder. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Martin takes a fastball inside, 86. That runs in by the belt. Misses Martin, though, and so it's a hitter-friendly 3-0 count. Big lead off from Lang over at second base. Draws a look from Deverman. 3-0 count, he'll come home. Another one misses inside. 4-pitch walk for Luke Martin. And so back-to-back runners reach base for the Blue Caps.
Deverman just a little bit off of his command early on here. It's expected after about a whole week off for both of these teams. But he has to settle down right now because Lucas is a guy that he can cause some problems with the bat.
Michael Lucas, the 3-hitter now for the Blue Caps. First pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Schickel can't field it. It skips into center field. Lang rounds third. He'll score standing. Moving over to third is Martin, who slides in. It hits off him. And Michael Lucas moves to second on the throw down to third. It's an RBI single for the Blue Caps, and Michael Lucas gets the party started.
That ball was hit sharply, but Deverman did his job in getting a double play ball. And once again, Schickel has problem fielding it. And it bounces off to center field, and one run comes in to score.
Second hit for Michael Lucas on the season, and so now Colby Glenn, the 4-hitter, gets a chance to tack on some more runs for the Blue Caps. Deverman initially stepped off, back on the bump now. Belt high set. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Low in the zone, it's 0-1. Still nobody out in the bottom half of the first inning. 2 runners in scoring position for the Blue Caps. Another pitch on the way. Here's the 0-1. Breaking pitch. Called strike on the outer half, and so after 3 straight runners reaching base for the Blue Caps, Deverman has worked himself into an 0-2 count. Glenn finally gets set. Quick offering from Deverman, and Glenn spoils the 0-2 offering away. We'll do it again.
Obviously not the most ideal start here for the defending champs Bobcats, but as the pitcher Deverman, you have to be pretty confident with where you're at right now. You've thrown possibly 3 outs so far. Obviously none are recorded. This is an important pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball way upstairs, and so 1-2's the count now. Deverman made 1 appearance for the Bobcats this season, faced 3 batters the minimum, and struck out all 3 of them. Could use a strikeout here, but before we do that, Colby Glenn takes time and is holding his lower left back, clearly in some pain, and that'll draw a mound visit for the Bobcats with the timeout. Glenn seeming okay, though. Digs back into the box as Vogley trots back behind the dish. So 1-2 still the count. Brady Deverman. Another set. Here's his offering. 1-2. High breaking pitch once more, and so we'll level the count at 2-2.
Deverman just not able to bring that breaking ball down. It's just staying up.
Here's another one. 2-2. Swung on and flied into deep left field, going back on his willy. But that'll Trail just fouled down the left field line. Some dangerous pop there, Leo, but foul ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
2-2, still nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. 2 runners in scoring position for Glenn. Here's the 2-2 offering. Swung on and popped up into foul territory by the bullpen. And Stevens makes the long run over there to the bullpen, but can't come down with it. So another foul ball will do it again.
It's the second time tonight we've seen a foul ball in that same area on the third base side, and the third baseman just can't make a play. Gotta have something to do with the wind, don't you think?
Wind still blowing right to left, like you mentioned earlier, Leo. And that gives Kobe Glenn another lifeline.
It's almost swirling, too. That ball almost seemed to tail off to the right for some reason.
So with that lifeline, 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Swung on and spoiled again. Nice at-bat from Kobe Glenn so far as taps his bat to make sure it's not broken. It's not. And we'll do it again, another 2-2 pitch.
Yeah, an impressive at-bat. Quality at-bat, to say the least.
Deverman searching for the first out of the game. Another belt-high set. Here's 2-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Vogley applies the tag. A slider in the dirt is the first out of the game for the Bobcats.
Deverman kept attacking and attacking that zone and then goes with an off-speed pitch down and away. And it gets Glenn out of Lincoln Lane Community College to bite. Just like that, out number 1 is recorded for the Bobcats.
Bobcats get the first out of the inning. Blue Caps finally end their start of runners on base. And so the 0-0 to Carson Butler. It's a breaking ball that clips the top half of the zone. It's 0-1. Butler making his first appearance at the KCL. Got to get used to the corn crib. Going to play at Heartland Community College this next fall and spring. Located right here in Normal. 0-1 offering misses low and inside.
Heartland Community College. It's just right across the street. This, in fact, is their home field. So he'll have to get very comfortable and familiar at the corn crib.
Still runners on second and third. Here's the 1-1 to Butler. Check swing. Mike Weiss, the home plate umpire, is going to say he went, and so now it's a 1-2 count. Good time to introduce our umpires. Mike Weiss is the home plate umpire behind the dish, and Odell Cummings is the field umpire. 1-2, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and flied into right field. Chasing is Brady Main, and he can't get there as it'll drift into foul territory. Still 1-2.
Got to appreciate the effort there from your right fielder, Main. Showing off the speed. Obviously doesn't make the play, but his hat falls off in the process, and I would love to see what he clocked at there.
Despite moving quickly, can't get there. Still maybe the wind playing its part, although no wind from the flagpole out in right center field. Here comes the 1-2 to Butler. Swung on sharply into the gap in right center field, and that'll get down. Butler rounds first. He's reaching for second. Ball still out there in the outfield, and Butler's going to try his luck at 3, and he'll be in sliding. It's a 2 RBI triple for Carson Butler. Welcome to the KCL, and it's 3-0 Blue Caps.
Gorgeous swing there from Carson Butler in his first appearance as a Blue Cap in the KCL. And how about that? Taking it opposite field, and that's exactly what you want to do with an outside pitch. Just a beautiful display of hitting.
93 off the bat from Butler.
Man, that was it.
Now at third, it'll be Braden Montgomery, the 6-hitter who swings and misses at a first pitch. Slider away from Montgomery. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball. This time, though, clips the zone, and it's an 0-2 count now.
Doesn't swing the bat too much. He walked twice on Sunday.
0-2. That one squirts away from Vogley, and coming in is Butler, and he'll be in standing. It's a 4th run for the Blue Caps early on. What a start, Leo.
Yeah, beautiful start indeed. This is exactly what you wanted if you were the Blue Caps. 4 runs in the bottom half of the first, and that's as many as they've scored against this Bobcats team in the first 2 games combined, losing 13-1 and 13-3.
So now the 1-2 pitch is grounded slowly towards Schickel. It's short, fires over to first base in time for out number 2. First opportunity for Braden Deverman with the bases empty since the start of the game. Finally records out number 2 for the Bobcats.
And that's a ball that finally stayed in the glove of Montgomery. And he made a decent throw over to first. A little help from Ruff, but no problems at all.
2 down in the bottom of the first inning. Drew Ward takes his cuts now as the 0-0 pitch misses high. Fastball at 86 to make it 1-0. Deverman working quickly. Here's the next offering. That one skips into the dirt. Vogley catches it cleanly, though, and it's a 2-0 count. Still working out of the stretch, despite the bases empty. 4-0. The Blue Caps lead in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball catches the outer half. It's 2-1.
Nice sweeping action from Deverman there. Wonder what he goes to down in the count 2-1.
Drew Ward, next offering. He'll see it upstairs. It's a 3-1 count now. Making his first start in the KCL as well. Currently committed to Illinois Wesleyan here in Bloomington, staying in town. Here's the 3-1 award. Ball 4, fastball that skips in front of the plate. And so Deverman, that's another runner on base. It's a 2-out walk for Drew Ward, and that'll draw a mound visit. 7 Blue Caps batters have come this inning to hit. Drew Ward, the last of them, with that walk. 4 runs already in this first inning, Leo.
Yeah, just how you wanted to start if you're the Blue Caps. Now, it's been a long week here in Bloomington Normal. We'll catch you up quickly. Sunday was the last day of baseball for the KCL. Then Monday saw an off day for everyone playing baseball here. Did host the Super Sectional. It was between Minooka and Naperville Central. Naperville Central took the 4-2 victory. Tuesday night, the Corn Belters returned to action here. They beat the Horseshoes in a game in which manager Billy Du Bois got ejected on a hit-by-pitch that was called a foul ball. Wednesday, then the Belters left for their road trip, which is a 5-game stint. They're 1-2 currently. They have a game tonight against the Chillicothe Paints. And then Wednesday and Thursday, the KCL was canceled both nights due to inclement weather. Friday was an off day with the Belters still on the road. And here we are now, Oliver.
A lot of baseball happening in the KCL, or I guess not happening with the weather and the Corn Belters on the road. Max Greamy, now the 8-hitter, takes the first pitch breaking ball away for strike 1. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Speaking of baseball, some stories happening elsewhere. In the major leagues, Yoshinobu Yamamoto perfect through 7 innings, Leo, against the White Sox. Next offering, runner at first. Ward takes off, and he'll slide in safely. It's a stolen base for Drew Ward. That pitch was a called strike, check swing, that Greamy went around on, so he'll fall behind 0-2.
A perfect game watch at right field. Wow.
That'd be pretty cool, perfect game. Don't see that often, absolutely. Ward takes off on the next pitch, throw over to third, not in time. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back stolen bases for Drew Ward. And so he's now 90 feet away with 2 down.
Drew Ward showing off the legs. How about that from the kid?
1-2, Greamy rests the bat in his shoulder, trying to drive him in. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball downstairs. It's a 2-2 count.
Gramy's appeared in 3 games. He's yet to be on base. Huge opportunity here.
2-2, 2 outs. Deverman's set. Here's the next pitch. Thought he had it. A fastball just downstairs. Started walking off the mound, Deverman, but does not get the call, and so now it's a full count with 2 down.
He'll have to recenter. Pitchers after that usually get a bit thrown off.
One more time. Here's the pitch from Deverman. Breaking pitch misses away, skips away all the way to the backstop. And so Ward will come in to score a 5-run first inning. Already for the Blue Caps as Greeny reaches on the walk. You can obviously see the frustration from Deverman. Throws his hat down at the plate.
Yeah, when you think the inning's over, you don't know what to go to after that. He was clearly thrown off by the ball call.
9th hitter now for the Blue Caps to dig in. It's Tice Beckman, the catcher. Here's a 0-0. He'll chop one over to third. Stevens gloves, fires over to first in time for out number 3. It's a big bottom of the first inning for the Blue Caps, though. 5 runs on 3 hits. Left 1 runner on base. We'll head to the top of the second after this. Big bottom of the first for the Blue Caps, and they're back in the field. 5-0, the scoreline after 1. And so for the Bobcats now, trying to start a little bit of a comeback, it's Will Vogel catching today into the 5-hole. Had some trouble behind the dish early on, a couple pass balls, and Drew Ward stole 2 bases on him. Now his opportunity with the bat in his hands. He's ready. So is Hirschberger. First pitch of the inning. Vogel hits it hard, but foul into the dugout over there for the Bobcats down the third baseline.
Vogel a bit early there. Got to adjust.
Hirschberger standing on the first base side of the rubber. He's set 0-1. Breaking ball that catches the end of the bat for Vogel, and it goes right back to Hirschberger, who flips over to first base in time for out number 1. Update on that perfect game situation. 7-0 Dodgers lead. Max Muncy just hit a homer. Yamamoto, 89 pitches through 7 innings. We were talking about it, Leo. I feel like you just got to keep him out there.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in if a pitcher's feeling himself, especially with a perfect game or no hitter on the line, you just got to keep him going. He has to have a long leash. Then, of course, after that first hit or first base runner, you take him out.
Dean Isles now steps in, and he'll swing at the first pitch and foul it down behind the dugout over at third base. 0-1.
How would you go about that situation if you were a manager?
I agree. You got to keep him in, right? But then, especially 7-0 lead, why not? Let him have some fun. Once that first pitch or that first base runner reaches base, I still think you do. Hit, maybe he can see his way out. The 0-1 to Isles, miss on a fastball downstairs. 1-1 to count. Here's Hirschberger, chest high set now. Here's the 1-1. Swung on line, threw up the middle for a base hit. Deegan Isles rounds first base. That'll get thrown in quickly, and it's a one-out single for Deegan Isles.
Isles does a great job there on that outside corner, slapping the bat and getting it just past the reach of Martin at short.
96, that one off the bat of Deegan Isles, and so one down, one runner on for the Bobcats. Next man up is Max Willie. Big lead for Miles over at first base. Hirschberger comes home, though, the 0-0. Fastball at 77 miles an hour. Misses away for ball one.
Willie, a good start to the season, hitting .500 through 2 games. See if he can't do anything right here.
1-0. Another pitch misses, this time high. And so 2 balls now. Willie, 4 RBIs on the season. Got a man on base with Isles. Still taking a respectable lead. Hasn't drawn a look from Hirschberger, who comes home. 2-0. That one skips in the dirt. Beckman does a nice job gloving it, though. 3-0 the count to Max Willie.
What Hirschberger does such a great job at, Oliver, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but he's switching up his timing. He'll wait either 2 seconds or 10 seconds on the mound before throwing the pitch. And as a base runner, that's really tough on you. You don't know when you're going to be able to go.
3-0 pitch is a fastball at 79. Middle for a strike, and Hirschberger gets one back. Max Willie, left-handed batter. Finally a look over from Hirschberger. Isles takes his lead. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Another fastball. And so Hirschberger's worked himself back into this count. It's a 3-2 count.
Got to go with your best stuff right here.
2 walks on the season for Willie. Could potentially add a third. Another big lead for Miles at first. Here's the payoff pitch. Upstairs, Willie thought about it, but checks his swing, and so back-to-back runners are aboard for the Bobcats. It's a 6-pitch walk for Max Willie.
Staying disciplined in that situation is just so tough, but Willie does a good job of not biting at that fastball upstairs. And as you said, now there's 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position, and it's a great opportunity for the first baseman, Roof, to cut into this 5-hole deficit.
Wyatt Roof standing, taking his cuts from the right side today. 0-0 to him, is fouled right back. Hits the roof of the corn crib behind home plate. And it's 0-1. 1 for 6 on the season, Roof, through 2 games. 2 runners on, 1 down in the top of the second. Martin creeps over to second. Isles takes his lead, but Hirschberger comes home. The 0-1 is grounded weakly to the catcher. Beckman fires over to first base, and they'll get the out. Both runners advance, though. And so there's 2 down in the bottom of the second with 2 runners in scoring position.
A little swinging bunt advances both runners. So now 2 men in scoring position for the defending champions. And it brings up the second baseman, Brady Hart.
Brady Hart, the 9-hitter today in the lineup. 2 RBIs on the season. Batting from the right side. Here's the 0-0. First pitch swinging as he'll pop one up foul into the seats down the first base line. It's 0-1. Hart, another guy with the blue bat. This time, maybe a darker shade, but pretty prominent from anywhere in the stadium. Rests it on his shoulder as Hirschberger gets set. Here's the 0-1 to Hart. He'll swing and miss. That one catches Weiss, the umpire, behind the dish. Fouled away, and so it's an 0-2 count. Weiss just making sure all his teeth are there. Takes his mask off. And so after a mound visit from Beckman following that, Beckman returns home. It's an 0-2 count.
You always love to see catchers do that to give the home plate umpire an opportunity to heal back up after he was shaken up.
So everybody's ready. 0-2 pitch to Hart. 2 down in the top of this second. Here it is. Swung on and flied weakly into center field. Coming in on it is Lang, but it'll be Lucas at second base who makes the catch in shallow infield. So no runs on 1 hit, 1 walk. Bobcats strain 2 runners in the top of the second. Blue Caps bats return up next in the bottom of the second. Blue Caps get out of a jam. Bobcats strand 2 runners on base there, both in scoring position in the top of the second, so they'll return. Lineup flips over for Carter Lang after a big first inning from the Blue Caps, Leo.
Big first inning. It started off with Lang's single between the 5-6 hole, and then a couple walks, couple errors, a triple, and 5 runs later, we got ourselves a ball game.
Deverman's still out there, the 0-0. It's a fastball that clips the inner half for strike 1. Yamamoto, we're monitoring the situation here. Got 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Hard liner from Colson Montgomery, and then retired Braden Montgomery as well, as this one from Lang is grounded to short. Going to be a tough play for Schickel, who makes it in time. Had some trouble with it initially, but beats out Carter Lang, and so that's 1 down in the top of this, the bottom of the second.
Schickel does a nice job retiring his second batter from shortstop, but again, he had trouble initially fielding the ball. It's been a common theme so far. Hopefully not the rest of the night.
Luke Martin ready to take his cuts as he'll whiff at a curveball that misses way downstairs. It's 0-1.
Good pitch by Deverman. I mean, that ball looked like it was coming for the zone and just dives.
Next offering to Martin. Another curveball that clips the zone, and so early on, Luke Martin's fallen behind 0-2. Walked his first plate appearance, came around to score as part of that big first inning. Aims to be the first man on the bottom of the second. As an error in the Dodgers game, the next pitch to Luke Martin misses downstairs. An error from Mookie Betts, and so that's the end of Yamamoto's perfecto. Heartbreaking. Luke Martin swings and misses at a breaking pitch outside, and throw down the drop third is in time for out number 2. You just hate to see that, don't you, Leo?
Mookie Betts out of all people, too. That's shocking. I mean, this one had some top spin on it, but even then, it took a bad hop, and then it looked like the second baseman was going to make the play for the Dodgers, but he had trouble corralling it as well.
Still no hitter, though. His rule's an error. This game, though, Michael Lucas takes the first pitch strike. It's 0-1. 3-hitter today for the Blue Caps. RBI single, his first trip up, and then went to score as Deverman's next pitch spiked into the dirt again. 2-1. Seen a lot of that from Deverman early on, Leo. Struggling to locate the zone.
Yeah, he sure has. He just needs to go to his most reliable pitch right here.
1-1 is a breaking pitch on the inner half. And so Lucas falls behind 1-2.
Lucas DH last time. Got on to extend the game in the 5th.
Next offering is a curveball downstairs. Bogley applies the tag, so 1-2-3 go the Blue Caps in the bottom of the 2nd. No runs, no outs, no hits. Bobcats return with the bats in the top of the 3rd. Getting ready for the top of the 3rd inning here. Lineup flips over as Braden Main digs in for a second time. Bobcats still trail 5-0. Main taking his hacks from the left side again. Hirschberger still out there. 0-0. Fastball high. 1-0. Hirschberger set again. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch fools Braden Main, and so it's 1-1 now.
Main attends Augustana College. Teammates with Hackman, who's out of today's lineup.
Had that big triple early on to get this game going. Next pitch misses inside, 2-1. Thought that Lang was going to get there, but couldn't get his full glove on it, and so he led the game off with the triple, but was then stranded. 2-1 on the way here to Maine. Another one misses, this time outside and high, and 3-1 is the count. Drew Stevens on deck for the Bobcats. Hirschberger set from the chest, 3-1. High and away again, and so it's a 5-pitch walk to Braden Main to lead off the inning.
Main continued to stay patient throughout the entire at-bat, does his job as the leadoff guy, getting on base, and now Stevens, who struck out in his first plate appearance, gets another crack at Hirschberger.
Second walk of the game for the Bobcats, and so now Drew Stevens digs in. Here's the first pitch. Quick step from Hirschberger, and he'll fire in a fastball for a strike. 77 on the gun. 2 stolen bases on the air for Maine. Didn't get to, or showed off the speed on the base pass with that leadoff triple. Big lead over at first. He'll stay put though. 0-1. Swung on, hits sharply down the third base line, but foul, says home plate umpire Mike Weiss.
That one was close.
Stevens hit that one 87 miles an hour. Trickles just foul down the third base line, and so he'll continue his at-bat down 0-2.
Yeah, that one landed in fair territory before third base, but got to the left of the bag before.
0-2. Downstairs, a close one on the outer half. And so it's 0-2 now. Maine still takes a big lead off at first. That'll draw a look from Hirschberger. He's set still. Here's the 1-2 to Stevens. Stevens takes an off-speed pitch that misses in the other batter's box. It's 2-2.
Drew Stevens playing third tonight for this Bobcats lineup, but he's listed on the website as a utility guy. He can really play anywhere, and he has a good glove to do so.
Another look from Hirschberger over at first base. He comes set, though. Stevens is ready. Here's the 2-2. Runner takes off. Throw down to Maine at second in time. Tice Beckman guns out Braden Maine at second base, and so after the caught stealing, it's one down in the top of the third.
Wow, an impressive throw down by Beckman, and an even better tag by the middle infield.
Pitch was a ball, and so it's a full count now here to Drew Stevens. Here it is. Swung on and grounded to third. Montgomery Fields fires to first, and a bang-bang play in time to get Stevens. It's 2 down now.
Hirschberger doing a great job in getting ground balls today. It's the third one of his campaign.
2 down now. After the caught stealing and the ground out, it's the 3-hitter Sam Mitri due up next. And here is the 0-0. Curveball low. Ball 1. Popped out down the first base side his first trip to the plate. Couldn't get the runner home in Maine from third base. As the base is empty now. 1-0. Fastball low and away. 2-0 is the count now. Yamamoto got out of the 8th inning. Still a no-hitter alive, but perfect game has finally reached its conclusion. 2-0 count now, 2 down in the top of the third. Here's the pitch to Mitri. Swung on and grounded weakly towards short. Going to be a tough play for Martin. Gloves fires over to first in time for out number 3. 1-2-3. Go the Bobcats. We head to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Blue Caps. After a rough first inning, Braden Deverman settled down 1-2-3 in the second and is now back out there for the bottom of the third. 5-0, the Blue Caps lead the Bobcats in Game 1 of this KCL doubleheader.
And it's Colby Glenn, the left fielder, who digs in.
Struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. Gets set now. Here's 0-0. Downstairs for ball 1. Glenn 3 for 7, 3 for 8 now on the season. All singles. Yet to record an extra base hit. He's ready. 1-0. Hit sharply into the gap in left center field, and that'll get down. Going for that extra base hit. Rounds first. Digging to second. Still having trouble is Isles in center, but he'll bring it in time. It's a stand-up double for Colby Glenn to start the inning.
Right on cue, the left fielder, Colby Glenn, delivers his first extra base hit of the season. And now the Blue Caps have a runner in scoring position immediately here in the third, looking to extend their 5-run lead.
102 off the bat of Colby Glenn.
Yeah, no, that ball was absolutely ripped over the glove of the shortstop.
So now it's Carson Butler who checks his swing on the first pitch. It's 0-1. First at-bat of the season came in the first, tripled into the right center field gap and went around to score. 0-1. Bounced in the dirt. Vogel does a nice job keeping it in front of him for ball 1.
Yeah, Butler came around to score on a stolen base after that triple in the first. He was one of 5 runs in the bottom half of the opening inning.
Hart keeping Glenn in check over at second base. Finally retreats back to his position, though, before the next pitch is lined into right field. Main camp's under it, makes the catch. Runner tags before heading back, and throw sails over to third base. Glenn retreats back to second after initially maybe was going to tag, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to tag, but the throw from Maine, a little offline, but hard. So it keeps Glenn honest and at second base. And it sets up Montgomery, the third baseman who grounded out to shortstop last time.
Montgomery keeps the bat on his shoulder. Grounded to short last time, like you said, Leo. Next pitch is a slider that clips the bottom half of the zone. It's the first pitch strike.
Again, another good first pitch offering from Deverman. He's been doing a good job all night getting ahead.
0-1. Another slider. Can't catch a piece of the zone, though. It's 1-1.
Something we haven't talked about yet, Oliver, is the bat of Braden Deverman. Not only is he a pitcher, but he's also a fielder, plays in the outfield, batted .352 his senior season.
Right-hander fires one in there, and Montgomery gets a piece of it, but it'll trickle foul, and so it's a 1-2 count.
And during that senior campaign, get this, 25 hits and 71 at-bats.
Deverman, the right-hander, makes a pickoff move over at second base, but no throw. Just resetting now as he'll step back on the rubber, awaiting his sign. He gets it. Belt tie set. Look over at second before the pitch home. It's a breaking ball upstairs. 2-2. You can see the Flamingos, another team in this KCL, making their way over to the batting cages in center field. Make sure to stick around for game 2 of the doubleheader right after this. 2-2 pitch. Hit to third base. Gloved as Stevens takes a look at the runner at second, and an errant throw to first. But what a play from Roof to apply the tag for out number 2.
Throw kind of gets away from him there, but as you said, Oliver, Roof makes a beautiful tag on the base runner Montgomery to get the second out. Wow, an athletic play. Very.
So courtesy of the tag from Ruff, it's 2 down now in the bottom of the third, and digging in is Drew Ward, who lines one deep into left field, going back on his Willie, and that one's gone. It's a 2-run shot for Drew Ward. Welcome to the KCL, and it's 7-0 Blue Caps. 93 off the bat of Drew Ward. That one got out of here in a hurry, Leo.
No doubt about it. Goodbye, baseball. That one well over the head of the left fielder, Willie. And I'll tell you what, this Blue Caps team, who have been struggling to get a win all season over the Bobcats, are in complete control of this one, up 7-0 with 2 outs recorded in the bottom half of the third.
2-run shot by Drew Ward will bring a mound visit for the Bobcats. Like you mentioned, Leo, this is a team, the Bobcats, that have scored 13 runs in all 3 of their wins, convincingly have been the best team in the KCL. struggling today. 7-0. They fall, or they're currently trailing in the bottom of the third.
Well, you know what it is? Some arms are probably a little bit rusty for that Bobcats team, especially right now, right? The arm of Deverman doesn't look too great, but he hasn't pitched in quite some time. And then you said they've scored 13 runs a game, and they've been shut out through 3. Got to imagine it's mostly because they're missing a lot of familiar bats. Worthman is now with the Corn Belters. Hackman's out of this one. Lapp isn't playing today.
Base is now empty. Following Drew Ward's 2-run homer, Max Greamy is the 8-hitter and the next man up with 2 down. Still in the stretch, has been working there all game, Deverman. And the first pitch runs inside on Greamy, but he'll get out of the way for ball 1. Greamy's ready again, then 1-0-1. Big cut and miss. Gets away from Bogley, but no harm. 1-1. Rocking the Jordan cleats, Max Greamy. As he steps back in, touches the plate with his bat. Ready for the 1-1. Here it is. Takes a breaking ball downstairs, 2-1.
Again, though, the off-speed breaking ball from Deverman skips in, and we've seen his high miss and low miss today.
Another offering on the way. It's another low miss. Can't find the zone on the fastball. Misses low. It's 3-1 now. 3-1 the count to Max Greamy. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 7-0 Blue Caps lead. Here it is. Ball 4. Curveball downstairs. Greamy with a big bat flip as he trots over the 90 feet to first base.
Greamy's second walk of the game. And I want to go back to Braden Deverman. He never looked comfortable from the start of this one, and he had a chance. Michael Lucas grounded to short in the top of the first. It was a double play ball, but it went off the glove of Lucas into center, scoring Lang.
Deverman takes a look over at first base. He'll come home. Here it is. Skips in the dirt again. Curveball that Vogel gets in front of. It's 1-0. Tice Beckman just took that pitch, hitting the 9-hole today. Grounded to third base his first time at the plate in the first. Here's the second offering to Beckman. Another one missed the zone. He'll take it high. 2-0.
And it looks like Deverman is going to try to finish off this inning. No bullpen action right now for the team in green.
Big lead from Greamy over at first base. Extends it, but will stay put. Here's the next offering, and that one's lined deeply into the left center field gap. And Isles can't make a play on it. Bounces off the top of the wall and goes over the fence, so it's a ground rule double that'll keep Greamy at third. And Beckman has his first hit of the day. It's a ground rule double.
And that's another ball that's hit over 90 miles an hour, clocking in at 96, in fact. And it looked every bit of it. What a hit by Beckman. And now the Blue Caps really have a chance to break this game open if they haven't already.
Lineup flips over, but not before the end of Braden Deverman's day. He makes his way to the bench, and so a new arm comes in for the Bobcats. 2 down in the bottom of the third. We'll be back after this pitching change. Braden Deverman's day is done, and that brings on Mason Tryon, the lone lefty on this Bobcat staff, to try and close out this inning. His first chance to do so with 2 down will be the right-handed hitter, Carter Lang. Top of the order, leadoff man.
Carter Lang already steps in the box for his 3rd time today. And this is a big opportunity for the center fielder with 2 in scoring position and 2 gone.
1 for 2 on the day. Here's the first pitch to Lang. 73 miles an hour, that fastball that catches the zone of the outer half for strike 1. Braden Deverman today, 2 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs he gave up. Next pitch from Tryon. That one way wide in the other batter's box, but Vogel gets it in front of him. 1-1 now. Lang's ready. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Lang takes one downstairs. Greamy thought about trying his luck at home there, was ready with the big jump if that got past Vogel, but he'll keep it in front of him for the 2-1 pitch. Chest high set from Tryon. Here it is. Lang thought about it, but checked his swing. Didn't matter anyways, as a 66-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch paints the zone. 2-2 now.
Lang didn't know what to do there.
2-2, 2 outs. Here's the offering. Grounded, kicks off the mound. Going to be a tough play for Schickel, who fires over to first, and Roof can't make the pick. Greamy comes in to score from third, and an unfortunate bounce for the Bobcats extends the inning. It's 8-0 now.
Oliver, I actually thought it was a good break because that one was for sure getting by the infield. Had it not hit the mound, it gave Schickel a chance, but then an errant throw in his 2nd error of the contest.
First pitch swinging is Luke Martin. Another play to Schickel. Throws over to first in time. So that'll be out number 3. 3 runs come to score for the Blue Caps. They extend their lead to 8-0. Bobcats gotta try and figure something out with the bats when we return next. 8-0. You heard that right. 8-0. The Blue Caps lead in the top of the fourth. A new arm for the Blue Caps. Kellen Hirschberger's day is done after 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. No runs given up, though. Joshua Kersell gets the baton. And his first challenge is the 4-hitter, Lawson Schickel. First pitch is fouled into the seats over the third base dugout.
Schickel's had a busy night in the field. He's made a few good plays, a couple costly errors, and a strikeout his first at-bat.
0-1 to Schickel. He'll take a fastball inside to level the count at 1-1. Hometown guy, Lawson Schickel, from Bloomington Normal. 1-1. Fastball upstairs. 2-1 now. That one at 83 miles an hour from Joshua Kersell. Wide stance from Schickel. Here's the 2-1 offering. He'll take another pitch. This time, though, it paints the zone. Breaking ball upstairs. It's 2-2.
Yeah, that one just barely catches a piece of it. Schickel doesn't agree with the call, but it's 2-2 nonetheless.
Kersell's ready from the windup. Here's the 2-2. Another breaking pitch high, but this time it can't clip the zone, and so the count moves full. Blue Caps defense playing straight up, normal alignment. 3-2 pitch on the way to Schickel. Called strike 3. 75 miles an hour on the outer half. Schickel doesn't like it, but it's another strikeout looking for the shortstop in the first out of the top of the fourth. After the first out in the top of the fourth, it'll be Will Vogel to dig in, and he'll take a first pitch strike.
Vogel grounded out back to the pitcher in the second.
Another guy from the area, Vogels. He'll chop one over to third base. Montgomery makes the play in time over to first for 2 down. Quick work for Joshua Kersell to start his outing.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the cleanest defense we've seen this year out of the Blue Caps.
So 2 down now. In the top of the fourth, Deegan Isles has the task of extending this inning. 1-for-1 singled in the second. So he'll take a fastball low, skips away from Beckman for ball 1. Kersell attends Spoon River College from not too far, Champaign, Illinois, home of the Illini. I'm not sure if you'd like that one too much, Leo. 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Isles really wanted that one. Falls out of the box. He'll recollect himself, though, for the 1-1.
Yeah, Kersell also gave it his all. His head came flying off on the follow-through as he evens out the count at 1.
That went at 82. 1-1. Another breaking ball high. It's 2-1.
Isles, you mentioned he had a single earlier. One of 2 guys with a hit today.
2-1. Another swing and a miss. So 2-2 is the count now. Rocking some purple gloves today, Deegan Isles. Purple with light blue. 2-2. Checked his swing on a curveball downstairs. Home plate umpire wanted an appeal down to the base, but
Yeah, that was pretty funny. He appealed to the third base side. There's no umpire there. And the third baseman Montgomery's like, me? You want me to say it?
3-2. Fouled back, and we'll do it again.
I mean, I think Montgomery would have said he went.
I'm sure that's the non-biased opinion.
For sure.
Foul tip from Deegan Isles, so we'll do it again. 3-2, nobody out, 2 outs. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. 1-2-3, go the Bobcats in the top of the fourth. 8-0. The Blue Caps lead when we return in the bottom of the fourth. Leo Romano is going to do some play-by-play. Stick around.
It's 8-0 here at the Corn Crib. The Blue Caps ahead of the Bobcats. In the bottom half of the fourth, it's Mason Tryon still on the mound. After pitching to Lang and Martin, he now sees Michael Lucas, the second baseman, to lead things off. The windup and the pitch for ball one, just low.
Yeah, this Blue Cap side is seeing the ball super well. Everybody but one hitter has reached base, just complete dominance.
Tryon deals from the left side. That one's fouled away. Quickly works his way back to evening out the count at 1. Lucas reached on an error in the first, struck out his second time up in the second, and swings and misses at that one for strike 2.
Big cut there. Breaking ball at 69 miles an hour. You could see Lucas really wanted that one.
Tryon shakes off Vogel. Sets, delivers. This one chopped to third base off the glove of Stevens. And it'll go down as a hit for Lucas.
That's when the whole way, just a high chopper. It looked like it was going to be trouble for Stevens, and it did. Suns finally making its way out, so that's another obstacle, but just a high bouncer and tough one to play. Stevens just rehearsed it over there. Clearly mad at himself.
Lucas, the runner on first. Glenn, now the batter. And he takes strike 1 right down Main Street. Tryon looks over, delivers towards home plate, and that one sails above the zone. So it's 1-1 now to Glenn, who doubled his last time up to lead off things in the third. Tryon looks over, sets, delivers. This one is lifted into center. It's playable for Isles, who secures it for out number 1.
Glenn coming off that sharp double into the gap his last plate appearance. I'm sure he wanted that one really bad. It's a good cut at it, just got underneath it. Maybe going for the home run ball, but we'll have to settle with a fly out.
Ward has the only home run of this afternoon. He's in the hole, but for now it's the designated hitter, Butler.
Butler showed off that speed earlier with that triple in the first.
There's ball 2. 2-0. Butler tripled his first time up, stole home, lined out to right field last time. Here comes the third offering, and it's outside again.
Tryon and Beckman clearly, or Vogel, clearly worried about Lucas over there at first base. Taking a big lead off. Both of them keep looking over there. I wouldn't be surprised if he steals here.
Tryon looks over, delivers towards home, and finally in there for a strike. So it's now 3-1 to the hitter Butler. And that one skips in for ball 4. 2 aboard now with only 1 out.
Bottom of the order coming up, but it's still dangerous for this Blue Cap side the way they've been hitting today. Montgomery looking to get on base for the first time tonight, but the rest of them, they've all been seeing the ball super well.
Yeah, they sure have. Montgomery's seen it well too, but 2 ground outs to the shortstop to show for it as that fastball from Tryon misses inside.
Blue Caps also had the opportunity for the run roll. It's 10 after 5 in the KCL. Both these guys score on base. They could be looking at that.
This one popped up down the first base side. A great effort from the first baseman, Wyatt Roof, but that'll get down in foul territory.
That would have been one fantastic play if Roof could have gotten there. Almost Willie Mays-esque. But a tricky play battling the sun and the wind. Couldn't seem to haul it in.
1-1 the count now. 1 out. Butler on first. Lucas, the runner, on second. That pitch sails away from Tryon, and it's now 2-1. Trying to pitch around a lineup that's been hot this afternoon. Here comes the 2-1. This one gets by the third baseman, Stevens, and coming around to score is Lucas. It's an RBI single for the third baseman, Montgomery, and it's now 9-0.
So now everybody has reached base for the Blue Caps, and that's a fantastic piece of hitting by Braden Montgomery. 93 off the bat. It's one that missed low and away, but he does a good job pulling it, getting ahead of it, and hitting a hard single down the left field line.
Ward takes strike 1. Ward, he walked his first time up, and the last time he was at the plate, hit a line drive home run to left field. There's a little kid now waiting in the same spot that he hit his first one as he watches strike 1 soar by.
I think he grabbed the first ball because I saw the kid over there in left center. There he is, tossing the ball up to himself, so maybe that's the home run ball.
Very well could be. Here comes the 0-2. This one is up in the air to the middle infield, and Schickel does a nice job battling the sun for out number 2.
Not the end of the world for the Blue Caps, but obviously the potential winning run, they'd have to go close the door in the 5th, but he stands on second, and Carson Butler has some speed. We mentioned earlier that big triple is first at bat. So if anything can find the outfield grass here, especially with 2 down now, he's guaranteed to be running. Butler should score.
Max Greamy now steps up to the plate. He's walked both times today. Here comes the first offering to him, and that one gets away from Tryon again. Mason Tryon having some trouble finding the zone, but he's recorded 2 outs so far, 2 runners on. 1 run has come in to score to extend the Blue Cap lead to 9. Here comes the pitch. This one driven into center. It'll get down around third, and trying to score is Butler. He beats the throw, and it's now 10-0. It's all Blue Caps here at the Corn Crib.
Greamy gets a pitch middle low, and he does a fantastic job just taking it back right where it came from. 83 off the bat. So not the hardest hit ball in the world, but still great piece of hitting. Got a lot of that baseball, and it's an RBI single that puts the Blue Caps within striking distance of a mercy.
And now there are runners in scoring position. as Tryon delivers the first pitch of the at-bat to Beckman, and that one is right down the middle for strike one. Tryon sets, delivers, and fires a strike. Quickly ahead 0-2.
Good point, though, Leo. This inning's still not over. 0-2 count, but Blue Caps still have 2 runners on.
Beckman with the chance to extend the lead. This one, a drive and a looper to left, and oh, what a play! A sliding catch by Willie. Ends the 4th inning, but not before the Blue Caps tack on 2 runs. It's 10-0 after 4, and the Blue Caps with a chance for a mercy rule when we return. Joshua Kersell, still the pitcher for the Blue Caps, looking to close this one out early. It's only the top of the 5th, but the Blue Caps are up 10-0 over the defending champions, looking to take away the coveted champions belt from the team in green. Here comes the first offering to Max Willie, and it's fouled off and away.
Yeah, only 2 hits today for the Bobcats. One of them came on the leadoff batter, so besides that, they really haven't seen the ball well. This is the last chance to start doing that.
The windup in the pitch, this one is lifted to right. There's room for the first baseman, but Roselle doesn't make the play. Roselle is in for Greamy at first. He'll also be inserted into the batting order.
Yeah, defensive sub that just got made. Had some hesitation there trying to field that ball without knowing where he was. Beckman behind the dish shouting room. Gave him a little more confidence, but not in time.
Here comes the 0-2. That one sails high and away. Hat comes flying off again.
Barring the situation here, 10-0, potential mercy roll if the Bobcats fail to score. Both teams of Game 2 of the doubleheader ready and waiting.
The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Goodbye, Willie.
5 strikeouts now for this Blue Caps pitching staff in complete control. If it's not the strikeout, which they've done a lot of today, it's been weak contact. Kersell and Hirschberg just done a phenomenal job today.
A very clean scorecard for this Blue Caps pitching staff after the leadoff triple from Maine. And now Kersell will face the first baseman, Wyatt Roof, and he sends this one into left. It's gloved, but Glenn does not make the catch, so it'll be a single for the first baseman.
Yeah, you can see that drop.
Yeah.
Glenn having trouble over there before the pitch, had his hands covering the sun, which is now out. The clouds are finally moving away. which is awesome, but maybe not for Colby Glenn, who had some trouble there. Didn't get the ideal first step he was looking for, and that puts a runner on.
Tried to convince the umpire that he caught it, but it doesn't matter. That one's in there for strike one to the second leadoff hitter, Hart. I was about to say Josh Hart.
Next game on tonight, I'm sure you'll be watching, Leo. That'll be a fun one.
Here comes the 0-1. This lined. Oh, what a spectacular play! And they get the out in time. It's Martin who ranges over and makes the play after the flip to Lucas. And now there's two gone.
It wasn't the hardest hit ball in the world, but I didn't think that Martin had a chance to get in there. Was straight up the hole, flashes the leather, does a nice job, and credit to his teammate at second base, Lucas, with the big stretch for out number 2.
Roof just can't get to second in time. So now it's Maine, who led off the night with the triple. Grounds this one over. Foul. Roselle made a nice play on it, but it's out of play. Maine also walked his second time up, but then was caught stealing. It was a nice throw down by Beckman. So here we go, 0-1, 2 outs. Grounded over to Lucas. He'll fire it to Roselle at first, and this game is over. The Blue Caps now own the champion's belt. And all 3 games now this year between the Bobcats and the Blue Caps have been decided by mercy rule.
Funny how that is, huh? First 2 times the Bobcats dominate, 13 runs in both. They get mercy rules in both. Coming in here today thinking maybe they're doing more of the same, but the inverse. The Blue Caps shut them down. A fantastic performance, both with the bat in their hand and on the mound and in the field. Just a great team display to pick up their second win of the season.
Well, the Blue Caps certainly needed that victory to draw even on the season. It's a huge win for the Blue Caps, and the Bobcats, after some lineup readjustments, will need to go back and figure out how they're going to move forward from this one. They only had 2 hits tonight, never scored, and gave up 10 on 9 hits.
Next game up, don't forget, doubleheader. So this one ends early. That means that the contest between the Flamingos and the ground sloths should get underway relatively soon. It'll be myself again and Taylor Hamler on the call. Make sure to stick around for that one.
Absolutely. Well, that'll do it from the Corn Crib. Game 1 is in the books. Game 2 in just 30 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed night.